Hey guys, it's Gary O'Toole here with Sociocaster. As you may have noticed, I haven't actually posted a video blog in a little while. Reason being is I've been away working on my forthcoming content marketing masterclass, which is being released in association with both Sociocaster and myself. It's going to be released via the Udemy platform, which is something I think is really great. It's an awesome platform for learning. There's a lot of very, very good courses on there. So I've put a lot of time and effort into making sure the course is as good as possible. It has taken me a little bit longer than expected. This is just due to the fact that it is incredibly detailed, and it really is probably going to be one of the best content marketing classes that's been released on Udemy so far. Within the course, we're going to look at who your audience are, where they hang out, how do they behave. Then we're going to analyze each social media platform and look at the differences between the platforms, and how, when you're posting on each platform, you need to be aware of the context of each platform that you're posting on. Because if you're posting content that isn't within the correct context of the platform, you will fail to engage your audience and grow your audience, and unfortunately your efforts will be wasted. Just a quick example of what I'm actually talking about is, for instance, LinkedIn is a very professional platform. I have seen a lot of people posting in a more informal fashion as more marketers and more creative industries have joined LinkedIn over the last year, but at its core, LinkedIn is a very corporate environment. And if you look at something that's the polar opposite, Snapchat's very fun. It's aimed at, sort of, say, like 15 to 35-year-old sort of age range. And it's a very silly application where, we can post fun and interesting content. Now, on Snapchat, people expect to be entertained. On LinkedIn, people expect to be able to find professional information. So when I'm talking about context, what I mean is you wouldn't post a silly animated GIF on LinkedIn because it wouldn't be received well. It would be seen as turning up to a meeting with your investors dressed in Bermuda shorts and a crazy neon t-shirt. It wouldn't be the right setting. And equally, if you're on LinkedIn and you're trying to start pitching to people and like trying to pitch to investors and things like that, it's not the right audience. People are on Snapchat because they want to be entertained. And if you don't entertain people, they're not going to engage with you. It's really that simple. Another thing really that I've noticed recently is, a lot of people are kind of misusing Twitter. Twitter is really just for listening. The best way to get involved in a conversation is just to use the advanced search feature, search for the hashtags that relate to your topic and your content, and then just find the conversations that you feel that you can become involved in naturally. As I said in my blog the other day, obviously if two family members or two people are discussing where they're going to go for dinner, and then the McDonald's account kind of pops up and suggests they visit McDonald's, that might be a little bit weird and a little bit intrusive. But if people are discussing burritos and they've used like a burrito kind of hashtag, I feel that it would be highly appropriate for a local burrito restaurant to suggest that next time the people talking about burritos fancy a burrito, they would pop in and visit their restaurant and give them a try. That makes perfect sense. So context is a massive thing that I'm looking at within the content marketing masterclass. It has sort of come to prominence recently. There are a lot more people talking about context because, people say that content is king. Creating high quality content is obviously absolutely the most important thing you must do within a content marketing campaign. But if you're not posting that content or distributing that content to the appropriate channels, it's it's just not going to work, because it's just going to fall on deaf ears. Um, and another thing I wanted to look at in this week's blog really is a fantastic new tool has been released. It's called Instamate. Now, we don't normally do like social media software reviews or any kind of software reviews in our blog, but I just wanted to try something a little bit different. Um, Basically, obviously, we know that Sociocaster is one of the leading social media viral content research tools and social media multi-platform management tools that are out there. A lot of you reading this will be Sociocaster members, and some of the people watching this video today may be considering becoming Sociocaster members. Um, Sociocaster is the best tool, in my opinion, for Facebook, LinkedIn, WordPress, and Twitter. Uh, but unfortunately, we can't post it Instagram. And whilst Facebook does have the most users, over a billion users now, the fact is that Instagram users are actually 4 times more engaged. So that's a huge source of traffic. It's an absolutely huge source of traffic. Obviously, on Instagram, it's a visual platform, so we're basically using like inspiring images and interesting images to inspire people to actually click a link and come through. So, we could use Instamate with Sociocaster and get some huge results. I mean, we could find some inspiring pictures using Instamate, schedule those to be posted using Instamate. We could put a link in there, and we could link back to one of our Facebook or Twitter accounts. And then from our Twitter accounts, we can link back, or Facebook accounts, we can link back to our WordPress blog. So all of these social automation tools should be considered to be like the spokes on the wheel, and your website or landing page is where your core offer is where you should be sending all the traffic. I had the chance to check out Instamate earlier on. I just picked it up, luxury edition. I haven't delved into it so far too deeply, but what I've seen so far, I'm very impressed with. It's very similar to Luke McGuire's other tool, Viral Autobots. I paid like $39, I think. Got $2 discount, so I ended up paying $37. From what I've seen so far, I'm pretty impressed. I think the interface is absolutely beautiful. I believe that it's going to be very useful for me. I'm able to control up to 3 accounts with mine, which is fine. I'll use one account for my agency, one account for my personal branding, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to use the other account for, but I'm sure I'll find an idea or project to use that with. It definitely seems like a great tool that I can run alongside Sociocaster. I'm going to be doing either a blog post or a video in weeks to come on other tools that I use alongside Sociocaster, because there's a group marketing tool that I use, which I think is fantastic, that generates a lot of traffic. We looked at WordPress Fan Machine come out the other day. I'm in the process of setting that up. WordPress Fan Machine 1 was great. That takes care of some of the automation features that Sociocaster no longer has. And then we've got Instamate, so like alongside Sociocaster, these tools offer an absolutely incredible way to research your content, schedule your own content, and automate a lot of the process, where previously without these tools you would have had to have employed maybe 1 or 2 VAs to work alongside you. And obviously when you're employing VAs, obviously it is great, they can do a lot of tasks for you. I mean, I do use a lot of assistants and things like that myself, to do a lot of stuff within my agency. But sometimes you end up micromanaging people, and it does take a lot of time. So your time you think you're saving by assigning and delegating the task to other people, you're actually wasting instructing people to follow your instructions and do it your way. So there's a saying, automate or delegate. When you automate something, you don't have to pay every time. You're not paying per hour. Even if you are only paying $2 or $3 an hour, that's still $2 or $3 that's being subtracted from your bottom line. When you invest in a tool such as Instamate for like $39 or whatever you paid for Sociocaster, it's a one-time fee. Yeah, and if you actually use the tools properly, you'll make that money back within hours. So yeah, I mean personally, I've checked out Instamate. I think it's great. I think it's something that's really going to work alongside with Sociocaster and the other tools that I'm using to do my social media at the moment. And I'm going to do a small test case in the case study, and I'm going to post it up as a blog post in the next couple of weeks. And as I said before, look out for my content marketing masterclass. I know it's taking a long time, but I do want to deliver the highest quality product possible for you guys. And I will be doing a case study on all the tools that I use for social media that work alongside Sociocaster perfectly. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for all your support with the blog so far. Thanks for all the likes, shares, reposts and things like that. I'm going to be changing the format in the forthcoming sort of weeks. Going to try and do something a little bit more interesting, get in the front of the camera a little bit more, and really talk about the topics that are I feel are really important. So thanks for all your support so far, and make sure you check out Instamate. You won't regret it. Have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.